Yeah. Maybe.
I am.
I'm Susan Thompson.
Susan,
That was
yes.
the trick I was looking for.
Yes, I forgot. I totally forgot.
Hey, we're just finally figuring out we're going live. We're getting a little late start here. For those that are watching live, if someone in the comments would just let us know you can hear us and see us, that'd be great. And we'll be going shortly, probably about 5 or 10 minutes.
Tim, I'm putting Ann in my seat, so I'm gonna sit on this.
Great.
She
You want to
doesn't-
sit right here? Or
She doesn't want to take an extra chair.
No, you can. Yeah, please.
I don't want to. Just, she's I'm assisted. It's assisting.
Yeah, please.
Go sit.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, there's a lot of her stuff here. A little bit of wind here.
Fine.
Yeah. Oh, can you go? See, did you get a copy of the Jameson G? Copy of the live stream?
Yeah, not
Did
the,
you?
no, no.
Ah.
She said, I've gotten,
Here, let me send you a copy and see if you can.
and don't forget to mention Jacques, Tim.
You're live.
Okay.
But thank you. I'm not going to forget that. I'm sure he's listening in. Is Stephanie's not here.
She
Oh, there
doesn't
she is.
have-
There she is. Okay.
And you know where Dave is? See this tree? See that tree? Right
That's
there.
your phone?
It's right
That's
there.
your phone?
It's in my purse. Just get my purse out of there. This is nice.
Yeah.
This is comfortable here.
Yeah.
I want to speak to Jane, and this is my dear friend Anya, and business partner from the Bailey. This is Jane.
Oh, nice to meet you. I love your glasses.
Thank
Those
you.
are awesome. Thank you. Stephanie's gonna really like those.
No,
You gotta hang on to them.
I fight for these.
Oh, that's
I'm still in awe of what you did last night.
You missed it, right?
I know.
That's okay. There's plenty of lunch.
Got it.
Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take one.
Well, let's see. I've already put muffins. So we'll see. I'm gonna force Ann to come over. I told her about. I do want to see it.
Oh, absolutely. Are you coming to the celebration of my
We ready?
Yeah.
Well, hello everybody. We're here to remember Bryant. Bryant Freeman. I would like to start out with some jokes, but I think I'm going to do the obituary, so it's good for me to just to move through this, because I mean this is highly edited. There is so much that you could say about Bryant. I mean, and whatever happens here today, I mean, whether we laugh or cry or shout huzzah, I mean, he was a fella, and there'll probably never be another one like him. And so let me get started with this, and you get an example. I think most everybody here, can everybody hear me? Am I talking loud enough? Good. Anyway, this is the obituary, and I think a lot of it is pulled from Who's Who. And I mean, when you read that, it takes an hour. An astonishing life. And so I'm going to sum it up a little bit here. So, Bryant Freeman, University of Kansas, Professor Emeritus, Bryant C. Freeman, died February 3rd, 2024 at 92, best known as founder and director of its Institute of Haitian Studies. First American admitted to France's prestigious École Normale Supérieure in Paris, and a Phi Beta Kappa graduate from the University of Virginia. He received an MA and PhD in French language and literature from Yale University, while both a Woodrow Wilson and Yale University Fellow. After teaching at Yale and the University of Virginia, 1955 through 1971, he was appointed Professor of French at the University of Kansas, 1971 through 2007, serving as chair of French and Italian from 1971 to 76. Beginning as a teenager, he was an inveterate world traveler, spending time in 85 countries. While frequently on extended leave, Dr. Freeman was in charge of screening Haitian refugees for the Department of Justice at the U.S. Naval Base Guantanamo, Cuba, and served as instructor in Haiti for United Nations OAS observers, as well as for U.S. Peace Corps volunteers. With the protocol rank of Major General, he was advisor for U.S. and UN peacekeeping forces in Haiti. Among his many publications are a 6-volume Haitian-English, English-Haitian dictionary, and a 3-volume Medicine in Haiti, including Third World Folk Beliefs and Practices, Haitian Medical Anthropology. His Survival Creole was published also in French, Spanish, and German editions. For publication in the Haitian language, he collected and edited 2 volumes of some 150 Haitian folktales, as well as an 18-volume edition of the complete works of Haiti's great novelist, Carrie Poultre. The U.S. State Department entrusted him to provide the official English translation of President Aristide's resignation message. Almost his entire adult life was enhanced by the company of Clumber Spaniels. He was a founding member of both the Charlottesville Albemarle Kennel Club and the Clumber Spaniel Club of America, Inc., later serving as president of each. For many years, he was the breed's official representative to the American Kennel Club and authored its Clumber column. He published 9 books on Clumbers and was on the committee to rewrite the breed's standard. Among his numerous accolades, a Lifetime Achievement Award for service to the Haitian people, a U.S. Department of Justice Special Service Award, Kansas Humanities Council, and Kansas French Educator of the Year awards. He is survived by his wife, Stephanie Freeman, and by his son, Timothy Freeman, and grandson, Henrik Freeman of Seattle, Washington. That's the latest edition.
Yeah.
That's my brother.
Oh.
And we're cousins of Bryant. I'm going to read you a letter written by Mimi Tucker, who is another cousin of Bryant's, and it's called Letter to My Cousin. This afternoon, a solo clarinet brought the scent of your mother's shining floors past polished banisters to me. 11. in the guest bed listening to you, on your sleeping porch at midnight practicing. Into those summer nights you played each phrase over and over until it was perfect. Bach, a cadence of keys opening, closing, strong fingers, silver rings snapped down over black. But your mother's gone. What lingers from the hardwood floors that echoed every mistake, every perfection? Who listens now, tapping her foot, clapping her empty hands? Are you still practicing? And probably knows it.
Thank you. All kinds of players up there.
Good afternoon. I'm Susan Thompson, and I am here at the behest to honor Dr. Freeman and also to support Joelle Laguerre, Dr. Joelle Laguerre, who was a close associate of his that could not be here because Haiti, in the kind of turmoil it is now, did not allow him to travel here. Dr. Laguerre sent me his 4-page much of it also taken from the Who's Who, and I heard some of it. Forgive me if I repeat some things. But Dr. Laguerre is a man of many words. And this still is in no way complete for Dr. Freeman's life. I would just say that I am a second generation student of Dr. Freeman. And my first contact was on my first trip to Haiti in December of 2011. I saw in the pastor's study where I was a little paperback green volume of a medical dictionary of Haitian to English. And I went, I need it because I didn't know much at all. And I'm a family practice doctor, and that was my desire, my vision in going to Haiti. And I looked at the back of it to see if I could still get that in print. And that's the first that I knew, even being a lifelong resident of Kansas, that there was the Haitian Institute of Haitian Studies at KU. And thus began my adventure getting online, finding so many more works that Dr. Freeman had been involved with anthropology, particularly for me, applying to medicine, that have been such a gift. And my involvement in Haiti beyond that, in helping with setting up a clinic over there that is still operating without our help, is still so blessed from Dr. Freeman's legacy passed through Joelle. And I finally became a student of Joelle's in 2020 when I thought, well, they may have these Haitian Creole studies online now during the pandemic. Little did I know they've been doing it that way for years. But if you'll bear with me, in the name for what Joelle Laguerre wrote. Born June 26th of 1931 in Richmond, Virginia, and going into eternal rest, February 3rd, 2024, full of life and wit. Bryant C. Freeman was also Professor Freeman, and Dr. Freeman was a professor emeritus at the University of Kansas and the founder of the University of Kansas Institute of Haitian Studies. He was one of the world's foremost Haitian scholars and one of the architects and contributor to modern Haitian Creole language. His career began, however, in music. Still a teenager, he was appointed first oboe in the Richmond Symphony Orchestra, its youngest member by at least 20 years, with guest appearances with Virginia State Symphony, All South Symphony. Much later in life, he played the contrabassoon for many years with the Lawrence Symphony. But already in high school, as a winner in National French Contest, his steady ambition was to become a university professor of French, and that is what he did. From the University of Virginia, in 1953, Dr. Freeman received a Bachelor of Arts with honors and Phi Beta Kappa, majoring in French. He spent his junior year in France and summers at Middlebury College French School. In 1954, he received a Master of Arts from Yale University, thanks to a Woodrow Wilson Fellowship, followed by Yale Fellowships. With successive Fulbright scholarships, 1959 through 61. And he was the first of just 2 Americans from Yale and Harvard that were admitted to France's prestigious École Normale Supérieure, while also taking courses at the Sorbonne. In 1961, he received a PhD in French language and literature from Yale with a dissertation on Jean Racine. His teaching career began as instructor in French at Yale, then at the University of Virginia as assistant professor of French and as an associate professor of French with life tenure. He served as president of the Modern Foreign Language Association of Virginia and also directed the National French Contest for the state. While teaching at the University of Virginia in the tumultuous 1960s, he was active in the civil rights movement, serving as the chair of the university's Council on Human Rights, and he was privileged to host Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. In 1971, he was appointed full professor of French and chair of the Department of French and Italian at the University of Kansas. Once that job interfered with his intellectual freedom and humanity, he resigned. When a dean at KU wanted to force him to remain or to return to the position, he threatened to sue him. He served 2 terms as president of the North American Society for 17th Century French Literature, president of the Kansas chapter of the American Association of Teachers of French, and was on the Modern Language Association of the Americas Commission for Evaluating Doctoral Degree Programs in French. Early on, however, in December of 1958, he spent a life-changing month as a tourist in Haiti. Later spending much time in Haiti, he completed an intensive Haitian language course at the Haitian American Institute in Port-au-Prince. He visited all parts of the country, including its offshore islands. Since the age of 18, an inveterate world traveler to 85 countries, as you said, his first course on Haitian language and culture emerged in 1978. More especially, his large lecture course in English and in third world conditions, named The Portrait of a Third World Nation, Haiti, later led to a full-time teaching position in Haitian culture, culture and language under the aegis of KU's Department of African and African American Studies and its Center for Latin American Studies. With increasing activity and generous grants, in 1992, the program officially evolved into the Institute of Haitian Studies, with Freeman as its founder and first director, and receiving special commendation from the Kansas Board of Regents. Professor Freeman loved to produce big volumes. Says that's why his earliest major publication in 1968 was a 2-volume Concordance du Théâtre et des Poésies de Jean Racine, with 1,513 pages through Cornell University. His chief publications in Haitian were the 6-volume Haitian English-Haitian Dictionary, which was introduced by a formal reception at the U.S. Embassy in Haiti, which I proudly possess, and an 18-volume edition of the complete works of the Haitian language novelist Carrie Paltray, that you mentioned. He also, with Jim Ross, authored the Concordance Bibla of 1,550 pages. Over the course of some 20 years, to help preserve the true age-old culture of a largely illiterate population, Freeman recorded Haiti's distinctive oral literature, its folk tales and its proverbs. This first resulted in An by Lodiens, 147 folk tales printed in inexpensive booklets that would be easily available to the average Haitian, but later published in 2 more formal volumes. His collection of some 3,000 proverbs is now being prepared for publication with one of his former students, Kiran Jairam, PhD. I don't know if I said that name right. Close. Yeah. Thanks chiefly to prolonged work as an observer at the Hôpital Albert Schweitzer and 9 other rural hospitals, was his 3-volume Medicine in Haiti, consisting of a Haitian English-Haitian medical dictionary, medical phrase book, and third world folk beliefs and practices in Haitian medical anthropology, which have been invaluable to me and many other physicians loving Haiti. Frequently on leave from the University of Kansas during the 1980s and the end of 1998, Freeman worked in Haiti alternatively as a trainer for the UN OAS Human Rights Observers, advisor with protocol, rank of Major General for combined US UN peacekeeping forces, the UN OAS spokesperson in both French and Haitian on Haitian radio and TV, official observer for several presidential elections, consultant to 4 US ambassadors to Haiti, numerous articles in English, French, and Haitian, frequently interviewed for US and Canadian radio and TV, advisor interpreter for the Associated Press, interpreter for numerous medical missions, and on the US Justice team preparing examinations for prospective US federal court Haitian language interpreters. As a frequent lecturer for NGOs, interim director of an orphanage, advisor interpreter for Pax Christi Human Rights Mission, and instructor for successive groups of US Peace Corps volunteers. He was one of few foreigners admitted to the sudden swearing in of President Pascal Trudeau, and was especially honored to have been one of only 2 foreigners invited to the final reception at President Aristide's private residence before his exile. He also served at the US Naval Base Guantanamo Bay, interviewing Haitian refugees 14 hours a day, 7 days a week, and as an instructor at Fort Leavenworth, US Army Command and General Staff College. Under the auspices of the National Endowment for the Humanities, he gave well over 100 lectures on Haiti or on Haitian voodoo for universities and civic groups. And he was invited to lecture at the World Peace Foundation Conference in Puerto Rico and at Oxford University in the United Kingdom. He served as scholar in residence at several US colleges, in court as an expert witness, and was consultant at Indiana University's Creole Study Institute. And the myriad of these things that are mentioned does not diminish his active personal role in all of them. In 2007, he was named Professor Emeritus of French and Director Emeritus of the Institute of Haitian Studies here at the University of Kansas. He began careers in investment as well as his lifelong love of dogs. In early adult years, Clumber Spaniels had become a center of his life. While at the University of Virginia, he organized a course on canines and founded the Charlotte Albemarle Kennel Club, serving as its first president. 2072, he was a founding member of the Clumber Spaniel Club of America, serving 2 terms as its president, serving on the committee to revise the breed standard, and has long been an official delegate to the American Kennel Club. As the breed's official historian, he's published 9 books, also on the Clumbers. Clumber People, Kennels, Nationals, Clumber Talk, a half century of Clumber Spaniel columns, and still in preparation is the Clumber Spaniel in History and Art. Major awards include a Lifetime Achievement Award for service to the Haitian people, a U.S. Department of Justice Commissioner's Special Service Award, the Kansas Humanities Council Award, Kansas French Educator of the Year, and he has a room named after him in the Port-au-Prince historic Hotel Olafson. In October of 2018, he was honored at a large University of Kansas ceremony featuring a film on his work by leading scholars of Haitian studies, a memorial plaque. He was a life member of Modern Language Associations of America, American Association of Teachers of French, Clumber Spaniel Club of America, Kansas Jayhawk Kennel Club, board member and lectures in the Haitian Studies Association, Société Internationale des Étudiants Creoles, and the Society for Caribbean Linguistics, a member of International Double Reed Society, just to mention a few. What is a person's life if you don't leave behind a legacy? One's legacy can be in various forms. One of the highest forms of legacy is the people that you leave behind and in whom you continue to live. Such is the case for Professor Freeman. He tirelessly fought at the University of Kansas against mistreatment of students and especially foreign students and students of color. Dr. Jean-Marie Salien, a Haitian-born PhD student, endured a lot until Dr. Freeman stood up for him. Dr. Joel Christian Laguerre, who I'm speaking for today, a major beneficiary of Dr. Freeman's love for others, was nearly not accepted into the master's degree program at the University of Kansas. And then Freeman rightly pointed out to the selection committee that a student with the same credentials as Joel, French, would be unquestionably accepted. And then Joel was accepted. He completed his master's degree and went on to have a very successful career in higher education. This is Joel. And all the way to being the chancellor of Peralta Community College in California. Between Bryant's bringing him to KU and the position of chancellor, he gave Joel ample opportunities to succeed and be prepared for such an illustrious career. Always a mentor and asking for when the next higher job would come and allowing him to publish with Laguerre and to always be there for him. He helped countless other students and Haitian scholars alike to achieve the next highest level. His legacy is written and engraved on the hearts of so many of his former students. He left behind his well-known abstract painter, wife, Stephanie Lynn Freeman, an early pioneer of Yahoo.com, his son, Timothy Oliver Freeman, and grandson, Henrik Freeman, and many, many, many grateful students. Joel also was planning to sing The Wind Beneath My Wings, and had asked my husband to accompany on the guitar. But since he's not here and couldn't manage to tape that for technology, we're going to do our best for you. I told you to give the dog a treat. They said dogs were welcome,
Yeah,
so we
they
thought
are.
maybe
Yeah,
she'd
yeah.
entertain others.
Yeah.
She doesn't like my playing.
She's got the harmony. She's got the
Yeah,
harmony.
right. She's got that.
It must have been cold there in my shadow to never have sunlight on your face. You were content to let me shine, that's your way. You always walked a step behind. So I was the one with all the glory. You were the one with all the strain. A beautiful face without a name for so long. A beautiful smile to hide the pain. Did you ever know that you're my hero? And everything I would like to be. I can fly higher than an eagle, for you are the wind beneath my wings. It might have appeared to go unnoticed. I've got it all right in my heart. I want you to know I know the truth, of course I know it. I would be nothing without you. Did you ever know you are my hero? And everything I would like to be. I can fly higher than an eagle. For you are the wind beneath my wings. wings. Did I ever tell you you're my hero? You're everything, everything I wish I could be. Now and I can fly higher than an eagle. 'Cause you are the wind beneath my wings. Are the wind beneath my wings. Fly, fly, fly away. You let me fly so high. Fly, fly, fly higher than the stars. So high I almost touch the sky. Thank you. Thank you. Thank God for you. Wind beneath waves.
Hi, I am Jane Fergus, and I had the privilege of working for Bryant for the past 12 years. So I've got to work beside him for a while. And this was one of his chosen songs. The interpretation of it is on the back of your program. It is No Regrets. We'll switch that, sorry. That was the English version.
Feels like a dream, feels like magic.
You got it?
Now I believe it.
Try this again. There, I got it. I don't speak French and I don't sing well, so that's why we had to go with that version. But I had an opportunity to have Bryant in the car several times when we would go to doctor's appointments or whatever, and he did not like the GPS up loud. He would yell at that. And he did not like honky tonk music. I can give you a whole list of things he did not like, but he did like Taylor's Donuts, and he liked to drive around every once in a while when we get him out in the car. You've heard a lot today about Bryant being the founder of so many things, and so one of the things was the founder of the Clumber Spaniel Club of America, and he was a very active member up until the day he passed away. He was working on the Clumber Spaniel Club of America digital library, where we were taking all of the Clumber Spaniel books that he had written, articles that had been written, and creating a digital library for everyone to access. And I am excited to say that the Clumber Spaniel Club of America has decided to call that the Dr. Bryant Freeman Memorial Digital Library. And we are continue to work our way through it. So they had their national show recently, and there were several tributes, but it is hot today, so I've chosen 3 to read to you. The Clumber Spaniel world has lost one of its brightest lights, Dr. Bryant Freeman, a founding member of the Clumber Spaniel Club of America and one of the breed's most ardent champions, has passed away. It's difficult to think of one individual's whose contribution to the Clumber Spaniel Club of America or American Clumbers that is greater than Bryant's. He was one of the CSCA's past presidents, a longtime breed historian, and the delegate to the American Kennel Club. He was also the best ambassador for the American Clumber Spaniel. Dr. Freeman served in the United States Department of State as a diplomat. I think she meant something different there. And he taught at Yale University. He was fluent in several languages and published his most recent book on Clumber Spaniels a little over a year ago. He was courtly, humorous, generous, and extremely sharp. Above all, Bryant was a true gentleman. That was from Tamara De Silva. And then the next one was from the AKC Gazette editor. Today we mourn the passing of Dr. Bryant Freeman. It's with deep sadness we report the death of Dr. Bryant Freeman, longtime AKC Gazette columnist for the Clumber Spaniel Club of America. At the time of his passing, he was the last surviving founding member of the club. Dr. Freeman was among the most diligent, devoted, talented writers in the Gazette's 135-year history. What follows is the obituary of a truly remarkable man. He was very proud of the fact that he turned in his column. In fact, his columns will continue to be published. He has columns written through 2025. So we'll continue to enjoy some of his articles. And then the last one is from the Clumber Spaniel Club of America Rescue and Placement Team. Bryant was a big supporter of rescue and placement. So with a heavy heart to hear the passing of Dr. Freeman, founding member of the Clumber Spaniel Club of America, Bryant was a significant benefactor of RMP and generously enabled us to start the Clumber Spaniel Rescue Charitable Trust in 2005. He truly was Mr. Clumber, devoted lifelong research into their history, renowned breeders, kennels, and notable Clumber works of art internationally. Bryant was our AKC delegate for many years and was the happiest when he was surrounded by Clumbers. I can personally attest to that. And their slobber and their hair. He was a great supporter of RMP and happily adopted Mort from us, who brought him great joy. His new digital library, which will be on the club's website, will be the definitive source of Clumber Spaniel information for years to come. So with deepest sympathy to Stephanie and his family, Sue Carr, and the RMP team.
Thanks for everyone for coming out. Got a little taste of Haiti here with this heat too, which is nice. I'm kind of feeling it. So having been down there in the summer, I can attest it doesn't feel far from this, especially wearing a suit. But yeah, I'm Tim Freeman, Bryant's son. Just wanted to say in closing, thanks to everyone who was able to make it here from the East Coast and other parts elsewhere, and even across town and other parts of Kansas. I want to especially acknowledge a few who were not able to join us due to being health issues or being too far. Mimi Curtis Tucker, who had a poem read earlier from Georgia, Joelle Aguirre, Winda Lauristone, who is a French or a Haitian youth that he is known, my dad's adopted son in Haiti. Again, they're not letting people out of Haiti, so I'm not sure if he's watching, but we have this also going out to all of them and anyone else who cares to watch. And this will also be recorded if you want to revisit it. And then, did I say, and Jacques Baugin, his longtime friend in France, who's watching. But especially those of those here, I'd like to just acknowledge Tim Evans and Margot Gray for really helping out throughout the years, but especially the last few months. Excuse me. I think I was about 15 pounds lighter when this last wore this shirt's a little tight. Excuse me if I loosen it up a little bit. But especially Jane Fergus, who was really without her help, that none of this would have happened. She really was instrumental in making all of this happen, and as well as the reception right afterwards that everyone is welcome to visit. And yeah, so Dad frequently said that he didn't want to serve us or for people to make a fuss about him, but without understanding that all those close to him would honor his wishes to their best when the time arrived. Ultimately, he wouldn't get to dictate how others chose to remember him, although he did a pretty good job of dictating his whole life. He really, as was mentioned, was a very unique person. But yeah, in other words, Dad, tough nuggies. We're going to say goodbye to you the way we want to say goodbye, because it's not for you; it's for all of us that knew him, that knew you. Yeah, like I said, to say that he was one of a kind was, to put it mildly. I think from what I know from when he was born, he was born with an innate sense of curiosity and an intellectual drive that would burn the hot throughout his life up till the very end. And he never really fit into the norms of his environment. And refused to try, really, and he just did things as he wanted to do and made them bend to him, and he was very successful at that for 92 years, which is pretty impressive. And right up to the end, he was still writing, and he would go out into his study, and every day that was his, up to even not observing the biological circadian rhythms, and he had for those who don't know, he had a special about 30 some years ago, special shutters created in his bedroom, to where he bragged he could make it midnight any time of day, and he loved spending his peak work hours from about 10 p.m. till 4 or 5 a.m. And once he actually quit, I think he realized, I think his accountant told him after a while, he'd been working so long at KU, he said, well, you've never taken sick leave, and with everything into account, you'd actually be making more money if you retired than if you stayed as a professor. So he's a value conscious man. He did that, and then he had nothing keeping him on a normal schedule. And so to which Stephanie, my wicked stepmother, can attest. No, we've been friends ever since. Yeah. We more almost like an older sister than a stepmother. We've had just a lot of, we could commiserate on certain things that I know Dad was a wonderful man and could be, like everyone has little quirks that made it interesting to live with at times that we could kind of laugh about. And I think also Al and other Tim and Margot, people that spend a lot of time with him, we all have, we've had funny stories that we've been saying, and just laughing about his quirks, and but there's no denying all of his accomplishments, but his generosity and his care. Excuse me. I guess one more person I'd just like to acknowledge is every year on my birthday, he would always remind me that I was born a twin, and he died 5 days after birth. And my mom was really sick during the time, so she never really got to see him a lot. My dad would go into the neonatal area every day. So he actually, I think, was the person who saw the most of him. So for when I was younger, I didn't understand why he'd make such a fuss, but now as a father, I understand. But yeah, just he always made a point on my birthday to acknowledge that. So I wanted to bring Kevin into this ceremony as well. And we could go on about lots of other stories. I think we can do that later at the memorial, the celebration of life, which is at Stephanie's house, my dad's house, and you're all invited to come.
836 West 21st
836 West 21st
Street.
West 21st Street. Yeah. So it's actually, if you just go down to the stoplight, you can, if you have any trouble, just come up to us afterwards. We can give it to you and put it into Google. But thank you all for coming, and this has been quite a moving tribute. So
Yeah.
thank you very much.
Thank you, Sam. That was great.